The sun hung low over the rolling hills of the Ozarks, casting long shadows across the small, weathered shack that Jed Clampett called home. Jed was a man of simple needs and even simpler means, a mountaineer whose life was measured by the seasons and the meager bounty of the land. He was a kind soul, a man who worked from the break of dawn until the stars claimed the night sky, yet no matter how hard he labored, the earth yielded little. His family, a small and tight-knit group, often found themselves with empty bellies, sharing whatever scraps they could scrape together. It was a harsh life, but one lived with dignity and the quiet resilience of those who know nothing else. One crisp morning, Jed took his old rifle and set out, hoping to bring home something for the pot. He wandered far into the hills, his eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of game. He found himself near a patch of land he had walked 1,000 times before, a place where the dirt was dry and the scrub brush thin. He knelt, taking careful aim at a rabbit that had darted behind a rock. He fired, but his shot went wide, striking the hard ground instead. There was a strange, hollow sound, followed by a sudden, violent eruption from the earth. A thick, dark, viscous liquid bubbled up, spraying into the air like a fountain of ink. Jed stood frozen, his eyes wide with disbelief as the ground continued to heave and spill its hidden treasure. It was oil, that is, black gold. Texas tea. The life of a poor mountaineer had changed in the blink of an eye. The news spread through the hills like wildfire, and before long, the kinfolk were gathered around, their eyes wide with wonder and greed. Jed, still clutching his rifle, looked at the black pool with a mixture of awe and bewilderment. His cousin, a man of worldly ambition, clapped him on the back and spoke of grand futures. The kinfolk said, "Jed, move away from there." Said, "California is the place you ought to be." It was a daunting prospect, leaving the only home he had ever known, but the promise of a life free from hunger was too great to ignore. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools. Movie stars. The Beverly Hillbilly, as the neighbors would soon come to call them. Life in Beverly Hills was a world away from the quiet hills of the Ozarks. Everything was shiny, fast, and confusing. Yet, amidst the luxury, the family remained true to themselves. One afternoon, Jethro, a young man of boundless energy and limited common sense, stood in the driveway, trying to teach the family bloodhound, Duke, to fetch a stick. "All right, Duke. I will throw it once more. Now there. Go on, boy. Go on. Fetch it. Fetch. Fetch. Fetch, fetch. He still ain't caught on, have he?" Jed watched with a smile, leaning against the porch railing. "All right, then watch me. Hey, watch me. Learn this old hound dog to fetch sticks. Seems to me you have been at that about 10 years now." "Yeah, I reckon he is just too dumb. He is just too smart." "What do you mean? What did Duke want with sticks?" "He ain't no beaver." "Yeah, but other dogs fetch sticks." "Well, that is their problem. Duke has you to do it for him." Granny, the matriarch of the clan, shushed them, her eyes fixed on the dog. "Shuh. Do not talk like that in front of the Dog. This Dog is a bloodhound. He was bred for tracking and trailing, not fetching and carrying. Well, he has to start at the bottom of the intelligence ladder just like me. I did not become a 6th grade graduate overnight. Took me 12 years of hard work. Now watch." "What is Jethro doing?" "Fetching a stick. He is spending too much time around Duke. Yesterday, I caught him bearing a bone. When he goes to chasing cars, I will speak to him. Well, at least he does not shed. Best come in the house now, boy, and get cleaned up. We are having company. Vittles split your lips. Fixing something special for Lester and Errol, are you?" "I am starting out with cow-cud casserole." "Starting out, are you?" "Granny, you are going to have a hard time topping that. You ain't heard nothing. After the casserole, I am bringing on a steaming platter of tadpole turnovers. In comes crackling bread, poke greens, minced maypops, goat tripe, chickens, and baked possum stuffed with chinkapin dressing." "Granny, that is what you call real soul food." "Well, I am doing it for the sake of Lester so that pretty wife of his can learn country cooking." Granny, I always said there is no beating a beautiful woman that can cook. Thank you, Jethro. As the preparations for the feast continued, a car pulled into the driveway, its occupants dressed in clothes that looked like they had stepped out of a history book. Hey, Duke, look.
Coming out the driveway.
It is them bank robbers, Bonnie and Clyde. Hi, Duke. These bloodthirsty killers. I still say we should have changed clothes before we came up here. But there was not time, Errol. We have to be back for more publicity pictures in an hour. Well, we scared Jethro into the house. Ah, he recognized us. Sure, even Duke knows us. Yeah, Jethro is as smart as Duke. Wouldn't you? That is Lester Flanagan, Errol Scruggs. And Gladys, Lester's wife. Now, how come they are dressed like that? They probably stopped in Hollywood and bought themselves some new style clothes. That dress that Gladys is wearing is probably the latest thing from Paris. Gee, I hope these 1930s styles never come back. That one man whistled at me all morning. Who is gonna whistle at a woman with a sawed-off shotgun? Especially when her husband has a machine gun. The visitors were, of course, the famous musicians Flat and Scruggs, here to visit their new friends. The misunderstandings were cleared up, and laughter soon filled the house. Gladys, feeling a bit out of place in her borrowed costume, sighed. I guess we ought to explain these clothes we are wearing. Oh, we figured it out. Glad to see you are so prosperous. I will bet that dress you are wearing must have cost Lester a fortune. Oh, I did not buy it, Granny. It is a borrowed dress. And it is almost 40 years old. I know Lester was careful with his money, but that is ridiculous. Must have spent it all on that new car. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Ellie. I seen you from my room when you drove up. I thought you was gangsters with them their guns. Why are you dumb? We're supposed to look like gangsters, Ellie, but those guns, they are just props. Yeah, we have been taking publicity pictures for our new album. They're not so dumb. All right, that is enough. Come on, let us all go inside and have some company biddle. And company music. The day progressed with warmth and good humor. Granny took Gladys into the kitchen, determined to pass on the secrets of her legendary cooking. Now, Granny, do not go hinting right off.
Who is hinting?
Come on in, everybody.
Come on.
Come on to the kitchen, honey. One cooking lesson for me, and you will not have to wear that 40-year-old borrowed dress. I think I will change it right now, Granny. I will meet you in the kitchen, okay? Yeah, I am gonna change, too. These butchers ain't got enough of Gil, too. Yeah, I want it ready. Come on, Jed, you can help me cull the chitlins. Good idea, Granny. Nothing will turn on you quicker than a ranch of chitlin. Mr. Flat?
Yeah?
If you're gonna change your clothes, can I borrow your suit?
Sure.
Can I borrow your car?
Sure.
Can I borrow your... No, she stays right here. I mean, can I borrow your wife's dress for Ellie Mae?
Oh.
Thank you. What we gonna do, Jethro? We is gonna fool somebody into thinking we is gangsters, just like they fooled us.
Hop in.
Well, who we gonna fool? Mr. Drysdale, down at the bank. Let us go. At the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, the atmosphere was typically somber until the alarms began to blare. Was that the burglar alarm? Yes, somebody must be attempting a robbery. Well, they will never get a penny from this bank. We will fight them at the teller's windows. We will fight them at the cashier's cage. We will fight them in the escrow department, in the loan office, in the vault.
We must not so bear ourselves.
That gift of Commerce Bank lasts for 1,000 years. Mr. Drysdale, there are 2 bandits. Get back to your post, you craven coward. Stand shoulder to shoulder with your brave comrades. But Mr. Drysdale, they were all lying on the floor. What is the guard doing? He was doing about 30 when he left. Then fight alone. You capture those bandits, and the entire reward is yours, $5 in cash. Mr. Drysdale, they have got guns. All right, they will make a $7.50 reward. Mr. Drysdale, they are coming up the hall. They are headed right for this office. They shall not pass. Stop them, Miss Hathaway. Amidst the confusion, Jethro and Ellie Mae stumbled into the scene, still fully immersed in their playful roles. Chief, where is that abandoned combination in the vault? Follow your sign, I would tell it to you. Hi, Miss Jane. Where is Mr. Drysdale?
Chief.
Oh, Ellie Mae. He is Barney and Clyde. He is Barney and Clyde. Tim Crow, this is a dangerous prank. You could get shot.
Oh no.
These guns ain't real.
Come on.
I am coming, Barney. You're Barney. I am Clyde. I am Clyde. Oh, just stay here. You are going to mess up everything. Oh, wait, Tim Crow. The chief could be armed. When cornered, even he might put up a fight. Chief? Oh, excuse me. Is Mr. Drysdale here? Nobody but us. Cleaning women. Drying shoes, Mr. Where is Drysdale? I do not know. I am just an old scrubwoman. You look awful lot like Drysdale. Exactly like him. Oh, now you have discovered my secret. I am his mother. Oh, his mother. And he lets you scrub floors. Yes, he is such a wonderful boy. So generous. That is why his vault is empty. You mean there is no money in the vault?
None.
He just uses it to grow mushrooms. Toys and mushrooms. Do not come in there. The absurdity of the situation reached a crescendo when Drysdale himself confronted the gangsters, only to realize the joke.
Hi.
What is going on here? What is doing messing around with that old woman? We are supposed to be here scaring Mr. Drysdale. You dumb, Barney. I thought you said I was Barney. I knew it was you all the time, Jethro. That is why I went along with the gang. I was not scared at all. You killed me. That is a good idea. Let me have your gun, Jethro. Do not shoot, Mr. Drysdale. It is just a prop. Let me have yours, honey. It is just a prop, too. You know, Mr. Drysdale? You make a pretty good Clyde yourself. You sure do. Say, Jethro, let me have that jacket. Oh, I will teach that chicken bookkeeper to desert his post. I will scare him right out of his sleeve garters. He is in there, boys. But be careful. He is armed. All right, you little fink. Now you're gonna get yours. $7.50. And it is all mine. The music of Flat and Scruggs eventually brought a peaceful end to the day's excitement. Is that Lester now?
Yes.
That is Foggy Mountain Breakdown. The song they did for Bonnie and Clyde. Well, this time they're gonna do it for Granny and Jed. You commence lumpin' the leftovers. Our pleasure, Granny. Say, Jed, you done a good job blowin' Granny's jug. Well, the blowin' ain't hard. What gets ya is fightin' the feedback from the fumes. Of course, Gladys. She is out in the kitchen. I am learnin' her to make leftover loaf. Well, doggy, you ain't made none of that since Jethro come.
Yeah.
I finally caught him away from the cross. Howdy, everybody. Hi, Ellie. Sure does thank y'all for the clothes and the car. Jethro and me had a dandy time. Where is Jethro? Oh. Drove around the back. He will come in through the kitchen. Oh no. My leftovers. She will never make it on them short legs.
Go on.
There goes Gladys is cookin' lesson. If she gets in Jethro is way, there goes Gladys.
Gone. Gone.
Everything is gone. Gladys. What happened to Gladys? I am here, Granny. Granny? Are you all right, darling? I think so, Granny. I was at the refrigerator, and suddenly I heard this frightening noise. So I dived under the table. Frightening noise? Yes, a roaring, grinding sound like a giant garbage disposer. That is what it was. But you're safe now, honey. It will not feed for another 2 hours.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, listen. Will you please bake a cake with a saw in it?
A saw?
He will eat anything. Oh, it is not for me. It is for Mr. Drysdale. He is in jail. The aftermath of the day's events saw the family reflecting on their new life. Despite the chaos, there was a sense of belonging and affection that transcended the wealth they had found. Well, are you not going to come in and say hello to Mr. Flatton and Mr. Scruggs? No, I am not. They're just giving back their stupid wardrobe and props. Well, instead of pouting, you should be grateful. I got you out of jail, and it did not cost you a single cent. It did not. How did you manage that? I told the police we were filming a commercial for the bank. And they believed you? Yes, Barney and Clyde commercials are all the rage now. I ad-libbed a complete scenario for them.
Yeah? Yes.
I had all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they came to yours, they were foiled by superbankers. Say, I have a fabulous idea.
What is it?
We will make a commercial where all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they get to mine, they are foiled by superbankers. Has a familiar ring to it. And I will play superbanker. Oh, Chief, not those green tights again. You're just jealous of my legs. Now you get over to the studio and borrow wardrobe and props. I was going to make a deal with the actors. I will get them for free. What actors? Well, Granny can play Marl Barker. Jed can play Dillinger. Ellie and Jethro. Bonnie and Clyde. Flat and Squaws will do the music. And Mrs. Flat will play Pretty Girl Floyd. That is Pretty Boy Floyd. Who is going to believe she is a boy?
Who are you? Jed.
What part are you playing? Well, I am supposed to be a fellow named John Dillinger.
Who is he?
Well, must have been one of them their fanciers. Mr. Drydale says he opened up a whole bunch of banks. I am the only one that ain't getting no new fancy clothes to wear. Who are you supposed to be? Somebody by the name of Marl Barker. Well, now, what part are you playing, Gladys? Well, I was supposed to be Pretty Girl Floyd, but I held out for the lady in red.
Who was she?
Oh, she was a very seductive siren who lured John Dillinger to his doom. Now, why could not I play a part like that? You want to train? Well, Granny, I do not think this dress would fit you too well. Yeah, I see what you mean. It is too long for me. Mr. Drysdale, I think we got your theme song down pretty good. You have a theme song? Yes, ma'am. It is called The Ballad of Milburn Drysdale. I wrote the lyrics myself. Let us hear it, fellas. The ballad, as it turned out, was a masterpiece of ego and melody, performed with all the sincerity of a group that knew exactly who was paying the bills. Listen to a story about the Commerce Bank, greatest in the land, and there is one man to thank. Generous and kind, monster without fail. That fellow, his name is Milburn Drysdale. Milburn was a hero when just a little tight. To save his town from flood and stuck his finger in the dock. They offered him a big reward, money by the bale. Gave it all to charity, said Milburn Drysdale. That is all. That is enough. Now, wait a minute. You have not heard the part where they begin to really praise me.
Let us keep it that way.
All right, fellas. Just forget the next 20 verses and go right to the finish. You have got to hear this. Then a gang of killers come a-roarin' in the town. A-shootin' and a-lootin'. Never bank a mile around. But when they reach the Commerce Bank, the killers turn tail. 'Cause they're like a bar stood. Milburn Drysdale. Super banker, that is. Real nice fella. Y'all keep them deposits coming, yeah? Magnificent. Sensational. This song will become a classic. Well, I will go round up the cash. We'll get out of the bank and start filming. Mr. Flat, Mr. Scruggs, may I ask you one question?
Sure.
Fire away. How was he able to talk two internationally famous entertainers like yourself into performing this piece of drivel? Well, for my part, he promised to use my new banjo book on every single commercial. And what is your excuse? He promised to get my wife a genuine full-length chinchilla. That is a very expensive fur coat. Okay, we can start filming now. Nellie and me is back from our secret mission. What secret mission? Mr. Drysdale sent us. Earl Scruggs and the 5-string banjo. Oh, you learned to play the banjo, Mr. Scruggs? Ain't you the boy, Earl? Yeah, Jethro, I am learning. Ah, good.
Good.
Well done. Did Clyde come in through here? Jethro, him, and me is playing Barney and Clyde. That is Clyde. I like Claude. What is that, Ellie? That is what Jethro and me got on our secret mission. It is a present for Gladys from Mr. Drysdale. Well, gentlemen, I am sure we all know what this is.
Yeah.
A genuine full-length chinchilla. Lester, how are you at skinning chinchillas? Not as good as that banker is at skinning guitar pickers.
Come on, Marvacher.
Just call me Pretty Girl Floyd. You're Pretty Girl Floyd? Well, Gladys ain't playing it. And I want to wear the latest style clothes, too. For that outfit, you are back in the 20s. It does make me look young, does it not? All right, Lester, you get in the car with the rest of the outlaws. We as outlaws? Well, yes, you see, the whole idea of this film is to show that crime does not pay. It will be one big commercial for virtue and clean living. And the Commerce Bank. They are one and the same thing. Drive on, Clyde. Clyde, when next you see me, I will be Super Banker. All right, Mr. Platt, Mr. Scruggs, you may start the music now. Super Banker is here. You have just seen 5 heavily armed, desperate mad dog killers enter this bank to commit robbery. But your money is always safe in the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills because it is protected by me.
By me.
Oh, look, Lester, it is Paul Newman. No, it is Rock Hudson. Oh, no. It is your heroic president, Milburn Drysdale, alias Super Banker. Stand back while I throw the scoundrels out. I will teach you to keep me out of $7.50 reward. I hope you clean me well good. Come back any time. Do not know if I see how this is going to help your bank, Mr. Drysdale, but I reckon you know what you are doing. Well, now it is time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You are all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Elderly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. I will come back now. Here. This has been a Filmways presentation. Viacom. As the final notes of the music faded into the evening air, the family stood together, looking out over the city lights of Beverly Hills. They had seen much, learned much, and remained as they had always been, grounded in their own simple truth. They were a family of the mountains, finding their way in a world that often made little sense, yet they did so with laughter in their hearts and the unbreakable bond of kin. The journey had been long, the path winding, but as they stood in the quiet of their grand home, they knew that home was not the place, but the people who stood beside them. The lessons they had learned were not found in books, but in the everyday moments of kindness and the wisdom of living honestly. They looked forward to what the next day would bring, knowing that as long as they had each other, every day was a new adventure, a new story to be told under the vast, open sky. The moon rose, illuminating the hills that now felt a little more like home, and the echoes of their laughter remained in the air, a testament to a life well lived and a spirit that could never be tamed by the trappings of wealth.